Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. I am Van, and now we are all the LFR family. We are 620,000 strong, man. Do me a quick favor and go to headsforsale.com in the descriptions below and check out our new merch, man. Our shirts and our hoodies look amazing. We got some little fly gear for y'all now. Just make sure y'all put in LFR10 for the promo code and you'll get 10% off and free shipping everywhere in America, okay? Now, we are about to check out something that it almost ruined my day. It almost ruined my day. And I say almost because I try not to let what's going on around the world affect me in a way that's going to negatively affect how I treat my family. So I just cover myself in prayer and I just move it. I just keep it moving, man. Keep it moving because that's all you can do. Because there's so much stuff going on in the world that if I allowed it to affect me, if we allowed it to affect us negatively, we'll never be happy. We'll never have any joy whatsoever, all right? So, but I just now came across this story, man. Shout out to Black Conservative Perspective, where some young kids, unfortunately, one 16-year-old was driving a stolen Kia truck or Kia minivan, Kia Sedona, I believe. And while he was driving it, he crashed. And the other 14s inside the car died. Yeah, they died. Now, I don't know if y'all saw my video that I posted here recently about some youngins in Milwaukee. It's the title of that video is called "Satan is Winning in Their Community." Here's a bit of it right here.
Everybody, my name is Tommy G, and today I'm going boots on the ground, cover a notorious group of kids, the Kia Boys. These kids are legendary for the amount of cars they're stealing in Milwaukee. Just last year alone, they've stolen 10,000 cars, in particular Kias and Hyundais.
Yo. Now, reason why I had to show y'all that is because when I checked it out, it blew my mind that he was this guy named Tommy G. Wild young man. He goes into the hood of most inner cities, and he interviewed the wildest youngins in those cities. And this time, he interviewed the Kia Boys, who you just now heard that month in Milwaukee. The last month, they stole over 1,000 Kias and Hyundai vehicles because they're so easy to freaking steal. They're super easy to steal. Back in the day, cars was easy to steal too. I know this because I used to be out there doing this, that, and the third as well. But, you know what I mean, when I got caught, my big brother handled that to the point where I didn't even want to do it anymore. But one of my cousins, him and a friend of his, they was running from the police in a stolen car and crashed, and the driver, RIP to him, he passed away right there on the spot. And my cousin, his whole face was burnt up to the point where it was, the skin looked melted off for the remainder of his life. Unfortunately, he just passed away not too long ago, though. So, rest his soul, of course. And I believe this was like last year when he passed away. But when they crashed, we were teenagers. We were in middle school. We were in junior high school on Livingston Road and 3rd Street. I believe the crash happened on 3rd and Atlantic. 3rd and Atlantic. Yeah, that's why I believe the crash happened. But, so this is real, man. So the youngins stole a car and they were driving, obviously. And the 4 kids that was in the car, and I believe it was one girl in there too, 14-year-old girl, died right there on the spot. So let's go and check this out, man. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments, and I'll be right back.
Charges have been filed in connection with a crash that cut 4 young lives short. A 16-year-old is charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle and possession of stolen property. Buffalo police have also released the names of the victims. They say 19-year-old Marcus Webster, 17-year-old Swazine Swindle, 16-year-old Kevin Payne, and 14-year-old Anaye Harper died in the crash on the 33 early Monday morning. Police say the vehicle that rolled over near the 198 was a stolen Kia. We have reported on that make of car being a common target among thieves. Some victims are even suing Kia because of this problem. 7 News reporter Krista Moran continues our coverage with the spike we are seeing here and how vehicle owners can protect themselves.
Following Monday morning's deadly crash at the 33 Scajaquada split, police say the driver behind the wheel was not the vehicle's owner.
The car was reported stolen.
The stolen car, a Kia Sportage. Buffalo Police Commissioner Joseph Gramaglia saying this points to a much larger problem we're seeing in Western New York and nationwide.
We have began to see a sharp increase in the number of Kias locally that have been stolen.
Gramaglia tells me since the beginning of 2020, car thefts have skyrocketed in Buffalo and Erie County. Car thefts are up 90% compared to this time last year, with a higher percentage of Kias being stolen. He says police believe this stolen Kia involved in the crash may have been motivated by a social media challenge.
I know Kias are widely publicized. The Kia Challenge, as it's called, they are very easy, unfortunately, to steal.
The viral Kia Challenge can be found on TikTok, showing how to steal Kias and Hyundais in a matter of seconds. But Ian Meyer over at Z-Bart in Hamburg says there are ways to protect yourself.
We do offer remote starts with an alarm system attached. One of our options even has like GPS positioning, everything like that.
Meyer says older models of Kia and Hyundais are being targeted because of the turn-to-start ignition. That's why it's so easy to be done with something as simple as a USB cord.
The USB mimics the shape of the key and everything like that once you put it in the ignition. So they're able to use that just to turn it on, just like a normal key would be able to.
Meyer says this could be a good option to help prevent this from happening to you.
It's not going to act as a straight up deterrent for the theft or anything like that, but it gives you a little bit extra peace of mind.
And it's not going to act like a deterrent at all for people to stop stealing cars, these youngins to stop stealing cars. But because as y'all heard, this whole thing came from a TikTok challenge. A TikTok challenge, man. People are learning how to steal cars on the internet. That's why I said in one of my videos here recently, and I've been saying it more and more now. And here's the thing: watch your daggone kids, okay? Just because they're quiet in the other room, don't mean that they're not getting in no type of trouble. All right, just because they're getting good grades don't mean a damn thing. I think honestly, these kids getting good grades is a cover up now for what they are really doing in their rooms. They're super quiet. They're never giving you any problems, but they also never come out of their rooms because their faces stay glued to their devices, be it a phone, iPad, MacBook, whatever the case may be. They're looking and they're learning. There's so much stuff that's happening and being shared with our children on a daily basis, going viral on these internet sites, these daggone platforms, and I don't understand how they are even learning these things on these platforms, because this is my thing. People are getting kicked off these platforms for their speech. They're saying certain things and they're being kicked off because their speech. They are saying things, and by them saying things, it violates community guidelines on these different platforms. But people are sharing how they commit crimes on these platforms, and these videos are not being taken down. They are up and they are thriving. They are getting great numbers. That's the problem. They're getting phenomenal numbers. And anything that gets phenomenal numbers and can bring eyes and money toward the platform, whatever platform it may be. I don't think YouTube's doing it. Shout out to YouTube. They're the best. But these platforms are ridiculous, man. And your kids are learning how to steal cars. And they are going and hopping in cars with their dumbass friends and putting themselves in jeopardy, their lives in danger. As we clearly saw, a 16-year-old was driving, a 19-year-old died, 17-year-old died, 16-year-old died, and a 14-year-old died. All because of a TikTok challenge. Their parents didn't teach it to them. The school system didn't teach it to them. All of those kids probably have great parents too. Think about that. They have phenomenal parents probably. Some of them probably don't. But what we do know is when they were just out there and they told their children, they told their parents that they were going to be over somebody's house or at the basketball court or at the tennis court or at the park just talking to people. And because they're not bad kids, they're not constantly checked up on like, what you doing? Where you at? Where you at? What you doing? What you doing? Where you at? We just trust that they're doing the right things. But Lo and behold, they're in someone's car that don't belong to them, that they stole, all because of a joyride. And their lives can clearly end up the same way that these lives just now ended up, rolling over on the turnpike. 5 children. Well, no, 4 children, 1 young adult, because one of the people in the car was 19. I guess he was riding shotgun, like, yeah, go ahead, get it, shorty. You good? Go ahead, drive. You good? Hey, man, y'all stop being scared. He know what he doing. And this is what happens. This is what happens. We need to take what our children are seeing on the internet very seriously. It's important that we pay more attention, period. Because this is what happens, okay? So they stole a car trying to have fun. They learned how to do it from TikTok. And 80% of them died. One of them is going to jail for manslaughter of 4 people. And all the other crimes that's going to be on top of it. Stealing the vehicle and all that other stuff. I don't know a whole bunch about crimes, but I do know that he's being charged for some stuff. After losing probably his brother, his friends. We don't know who he lost. We don't know. Just pick that up right there. Let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments below. If you have yet to hit that subscribe button, please make sure you do so on your way out the door. Once again, guys, I'm Van, and now we are all the LFR family, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video, hopefully inside the Patreon as well. Y'all have been amazing per usual. Love y'all.